Minister of Defense appealed to Nigerians to continue praying for an insecurity challenges in the country. Police command in Kaduna State arrested 13 suspected kidnappers. Aid reduced in South Sudan because of funding crisis. Good afternoon. Today is Friday, 22nd of Safar 1445 after the Hijrah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, equivalent to 8th of September 2023. I'm Amina Ibrahim Shahada with the news. From the news, the Minister of Defense, Mohammed Badr Abubakar, has appealed to Nigerians to continue praying for an end to the security challenges plaguing the country. He made the call yesterday in Abuja while receiving a delegation from the State led by Governor Umar Namadi. The minister said that with the complexities of the security challenges and other aspects of national development, one could only ask for prayers to succeed. While expressing optimism in tackling the enormous security crisis, the former Jaga State governor canvassed for the support and prayers of all Nigerians in order to entrench peace and stability in Nigeria. Earlier, the governor who led traditional rulers, religious leaders, and business community and public office holders from the state said the purpose of the visit was to congratulate the minister and assure him of their support at all times. He also reminded the minister that Nigerians have high expectation that he will prioritize and deal with insecurity in the country. The Minister of Interior, Dr. Olubunmitunji Ojo, has given the Nigerian Immigration Service 2 weeks to clear the over 200,000 pending passport applications before it. The minister gave the order during a meeting with the Acting Controller General of NIS, Caroline Adepreju, yesterday in Abuja. He said that the order was in fulfillment of his promise to remove all bottlenecks in the acquisition of Nigerian passport and other immigration documents. He said that he will receive updates on passport enrollment on a daily basis. In their remarks, the Controller General of Nigerian Immigration Service assured the minister that all necessary resources and measures will be deployed to clear the backlog of passport application. The Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Muhammad Ali Pate, has said that the administration of President Bola Tinubu will address the present challenges in the Nigerian health sector. Ali Pate stated this yesterday at the opening of the 13th Scientific Conference of Medical and Dental Consultants Association of Nigeria in Kano. The minister, represented by Chief Medical Director Aminu Kano Teaching Hospital, Professor Abraham Sheshi, admitted that there are numerous challenges bedeviling the country's health sector. He said the federal government was ready to work with medical association in a bid to achieve the aim of improving the health sector. In his remarks earlier, the president of the Medical and Dental Consultant Association of Nigeria, Dr. Vito Makanjala, lamented the exodus of medical consultants out of the country in search for greener pasture. The Kano State Commissioner of Health, Dr. Yusuf Labaran, commended the Medical and Dental Consultant Association of Nigeria for the choice of the theme and Kano for this year's program. Speaker of the House of Representatives Tajuddin Abbas said that Nigeria lost 16.25 trillion naira to crude oil theft between 2009 and 2020. The speaker said this while inaugurating the ad hoc committee to investigate crude oil theft and loss of revenue in Abuja. He said the menace of crude oil theft had hampered the growth of the country's oil production, with between 5 and 30% of crude oil production lost daily. Tajuddin said that the critical agencies in the oil and gas sector, like the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, Ministry of Petroleum Resources, among others, have failed to honor invitation. The speaker said if decisive action was not taken to address the issue, the country may be thrown into a deeper fiscal crisis, adding that Nigeria's oil production declined from 2.51 million barrels per day in 2005 to 1.77 million barrels per day in 2020. He added that Nigeria had continually failed to meet its daily production quota as set by the Organization of the Petroleum exporting countries OPEC. And according to him, recently, Nigeria's OPEC quota was reduced from 1.74 million barrels per day to 1.38 million barrels per day. Security agencies have accused some ministries, departments, and agencies, including oil companies and communities in the Niger Delta, of colluding to steal the country's oil. The security agency said this when they appeared before the House of Representatives ad hoc committee investigating crude oil theft and loss of revenue accrued from oil and gas. The representatives of Nigerian Army, Brigadier General Gabriel Isho, Department of Operations, listed the contributory practice to include inadequate infrastructure, functional healthcare, and electricity supply. And according to him, actors responsible for oil theft are often encouraged by the agencies of the federal government, and the international actors are the main perpetrators by lifting crude oil beyond approved license. The representatives of Nigerian police said Alabi Abiodun said that the agencies of the federal government play a role in oil theft, and some oil companies because of their skills, including domestic and foreign involvement, and further explained that the police were able to put in place the task force to assist other security agencies in arresting those attacking oil facilities. Coming to you from the studio of Sawaba Radio is the Global News. Stay with us for more. Welcome back. The police command in Kaduna State has arrested 13 suspected kidnappers and killed 4 in the last month. The command acting public relations officer, ASP Nasir Hassan, made the disclosure at a news conference in Kaduna yesterday. According to him, the suspects were arrested based on intelligence reports, adding that the police had killed the 4 on different occasions during an exchange of gunfire with criminals. Nasser Hassan also disclosed that the command arrested no fewer than 10 suspected members of a street gang, popularly known as Sara Suka. He also said that the command recovered from crime suspects 2 AK-47 rifles, 3 locally made fabricated revolvers, 2 motorcycles, and 15 live cartridges during the period under review. He also said the police recovered 3 mobile phones and 3 bags of dried leaves suspected to be hemp. Sawaba for Human Rights has called on government and relevant stakeholders to establish more sexual assault referral centers in Jigawa State to protect women and children. The chairperson of the organization, Dr. Zubaida Nagi, made the call while speaking to newsmen in Dutse shortly after a validating meeting with stakeholders from Kano, Jigawa, and Bauchi State. She stressed that the need for the establishment of the more SARC centers for quick action against the victims of raping and other violence arises. She said Baobab was working tirelessly since its establishment in 1996 to improve the well-being of women and children. On her part, the program officer, International Federation of Women, Fatima Ahmed, shed more light on the meeting. She said the participants from the 3 states called for the proper implementation of Baobab law, which has no harm and has directed bearing with Islamic provision. She said the proper implementation will help in addressing numerous challenges faced by women and children. Jigawa Agro Climate Resilience in Semi and Landscape Agri-Start Project has organized a 2-day community seed producers workshop for both male and female in 2 Central District. Declaring the workshop open, Agri-Start Coordinator Yahaya Muhammad Uba Kafankana said the aim was to sensitize, educate, and mobilize them on the theory and practical of modern farming system to ensure food security. He also charged the participants to make good use of the knowledge acquired. The consultant handling the workshop, Ibrahim Adamu Kotolo, assured to educate them on new methodology and techniques of varietals and qualitative seed producing. From our neighboring Yobe State, the State House of Assembly has commenced public hearings on 2 bills to establish the Yobe Hisba Commission and related matters and the Information Technology Development Agency. The Speaker of the Assembly, Churu Mabuba, disclosed this while declaring the public hearing open yesterday in the Matru, the state capital. He said both bills had undergone first and second readings and were committed to appropriate committees of the House for in-depth legislative scrutiny. Buba has commended the executive arm of government for coming up with the two important bills. Earlier, the Chairman House Committee on Justice Yakubu Suleiman, Judiciary and Religious Affairs, urged all participants to contribute immensely in order to make positive impact on the provision of the bills. And from the international scene, humanitarian agencies in South Sudan have been forced to reduce aid amid a funding crisis and aggravated humanitarian situation. A total of 7.76 million people face catastrophic levels of need, but resourcing shortfalls mean emergency food assistance will now be prioritized for 3.2 million people who face the high level of food insecurity. This means only those on the brink of starvation will be helped, and even their rations are being cut. The simple fact is that there are not enough resources available to the humanitarian community to meet the needs in South Sudan, said McKenna Walker, the acting country director for the United Nations World Food Programme, WFP. Extreme levels of food insecurity and malnutrition affected two-thirds of the country's population, making it one of the worst food insecurity emergencies in the world. Also, more than $300 million is also urgently needed to provide support to people fleeing over the border from the civil war in Sudan. And this brings us to the end of the news. But before I go, a recap of the major stories. From the news, Minister of Defense Muhammad Badaru Abubakar appealed to Nigerians to continue praying for end insecurity. Police command in Kaduna State arrested 13 suspected kidnappers. And from the international scene, aid reduced in South Sudan because of funding crisis. Now, on behalf of the news department, our editor Haruna Amar Bulswa, I'm Amina Ibrahim Shara. Jumat Mubarak.